I remember 2019 like it was yesterday. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. David Terrell Green here, aka Damo Reno. If you are new to this channel and you like what you see, make sure you go down and hit that like button, subscribe, notification mafia, share the video if you want. Do whatever you gotta do except, well, dislike it, man. Don't do that, because that's gonna hurt my feelings, man. Y'all don't want to see me cry, man. I look like Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 3. That's not a good sight. If you are returning to this channel, you guys already know the drill. How is your mama doing? Say hello to your mother for me. Watch this video first, then call your mama, then say hello, okay? Okay. I really haven't had an opportunity to really sit down and make a YouTube video for the last few weeks because I have been currently in rehearsals for a brand new play called A Raisin in the Sun. That's where a lot of my time has been. However, I wanted to sit down and talk with you guys. Stupid alarm clock telling me what to do. I wanted to sit down and kind of talk about 2019 and what I have learned going through. I always think it's really cool to kind of like sit down and like for the new year and kind of evaluate yourself and where you're at. And one of the things that I have learned about this year is I'm starting to figure out what exactly it is that I desire, if that makes sense. So like if you go to a grocery store, right? And you go and like, everybody knows what they go to the grocery store for. Like you don't just go to the grocery store just to, just to hang out. Like, and you're not gonna walk up and down the aisles. And if someone asks you, are you looking for anything specific today? No, I'm not looking for anything specific. It's just like, okay, so then why are you in the grocery store? You know what I'm saying? It's just like everybody, when you go places, you know exactly what it is that you want to get. So you go to the movies, you know exactly what movie you want to see. You go to the grocery store, you know exactly what type of groceries you're going to get because you know what I'm saying? And so that was the whole thing that I had with this year it was just like, me starting to figure out exactly what it is I want. For example, okay, I'll use this, a real life example. So I'm a fan of Stranger Things, and I really wanted to be on that show. I was like, like, oh my God, I have to be, like, this must happen. And I was sowing seed and speaking it into existence, and I was like, I was calling it, things that be not as it may, and, shifting, like, wanting to shift the universe, with my words and so. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't want to be on the show. Like, I don't know what it was that made me not want to do it, but I knew deep down inside, it's just like, that doesn't drive me. That doesn't excite me. You know what I'm saying? What excites me is wanting to work on my projects and wanting that to get popular and wanting that to flourish. And that's the type of stuff anybody who follows me on Instagram knows. I'll be talking about my short film, Clean Mud, Dirty Water, till the cows come home. You know what I'm saying? And that was the type of stuff that fueled me. Not so much, being on this popular Netflix show, which there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just like, I realized that the things that I was trying to push and pursue so much was stuff that I didn't want in the first place. And so then I had to get specific about the things that I liked, the things I was passionate about, the things that fueled me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, it's one thing to be like, yeah, well, I do this for a hobby. Well, that's not really what you're passionate about. So it's just like, so I'm not saying that you can't do it, but it's just like, I try to eliminate, you know what I'm saying, like, certain things that kind of block you from getting that passion finished. For me, everything that I want to do, it goes hand in hand. I like making films. I like telling jokes. I like making music. Each and every one of those kind of forms together in its own collage because you can put that stuff in every single type of moment, if that makes sense. Me and my boy Malik, shout out to Malik, man, we were talking about this. We saw a video about this guy who was basically like telling kids that like following your dreams is kind of pointless, you know what I'm saying, and it's overrated, because he was just like, oh, well, there's a possibility that you may not even make it, so there's really no chance of trying, and like he was on the Conan show, and I came up with the conclusion that, like, I think that telling someone to follow your dreams, yes, it's like overrated, but it's underrated at the same time. because the problem with a lot of people is they define success by like clout and stuff. A lot of people, they just want to be famous. A lot of people just want to, oh, I want a bunch of followers on IG, and I want mad thoughts in the whip, and I want all this stuff. And it's just like, but that's fickle. So you're going to get burnt out quick. So what your definition of success is, that's up to you, not up to everyone else out there, because that's the problem. We get so wrapped up in what people say, success looks like, that we don't actually take time to kind of look at ourselves and be like, well, what is it that I really want? Not what they feel like I should have, not what people on Snapchat feel like I should have, but what do I feel like I should have? I know people in film school who are extras. All they want to be is an extra in a movie. That's all that matters to them, is being an extra in a movie. And he loves it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like he honest to God loves it. It's one of those things he just really, really enjoys. He doesn't care about being in front of the camera on the big screen. He wants to be an extra. Does that mean he's not successful? Well, I mean, it's just like, okay, well, if he enjoys it and he likes doing what he wants to do and he's making money and doing it, then yeah, it is. Now, to the naked eye, people would be like, oh, well, no, that's not successful because you don't have as much money as Tom Cruise or whatever. But it's just like, maybe that's not what he wants. There are some people who don't even want to be famous. So it's just like, people get so caught up in like, in the gram and, and the lights and the glam and all this stuff, that it's just like people kind of miss out what it is that they want. And I think that when you tell people to follow their dreams, it's just like, yeah, that's good and everything, but you got to start dissecting what it is that you want in your dream, if that makes sense. So like I said before, the grocery store reference, you ain't gonna go to a grocery store not knowing what you want to get. So it's just like, so yeah, you have dreams, you have goals, so let's get a little bit more specific about it. Certain people are not allowed to be in my vicinity and circle, because they're going to end up compromising the goal and the passion, what it is that I want to do. So I can't hang out with everybody, and I can't allow everybody into my circle. I can't be buddy with everybody, because there are some people that are going to like lead me in the wrong direction from the goal, if that makes sense. That's not to mean that's not to say that I think I'm better than people. That's not to say that I think people are beneath me. But there are some people that are not going to understand the goal. They're not going to understand the vision. And they're just going to be like, oh, well, you can just do it tomorrow. And you can just do this to da-da-da-da. And I realize that I can't take everybody on this trip with me. Because one of the problems I've had for so long is like, I'm like a very, very nice person. Too nice, actually, sometimes. And I will always try to make sure that people are okay and comfortable and go above and beyond to make sure they're taken care of. And because of that, I have found myself in scenarios and situations that I do not even want to be in, that ultimately like would ruin my whole night. You know what I'm saying? I'm out having fun, and then, something happens, and then I have to, try to go and feel like I have to help somebody to make it everything all right, and it gets worse. So it's just like, you can't save everybody. And with that being said, it's kind of like, being surrounded by certain people will compromise the goal that God has put on my life. So it's just like, so me knowing that today, things have to be much different. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for all sorts of new videos. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Spotify. All of that is in the links below. You guys have an amazing new year, and I'll be back once again.